This is what I love doing. Nature trail runs. You can't beat it. I will never be at this point in my life that I'm at right now, ever again. So I'm just taking that in. There's something about getting out in nature and getting your heart rate up, and there's some kind of energy you can tap into out here. There's something primitive, I swear. You can even see New York City in the distance right there. Oh my God, it's November 1st today. I think it's almost 70 degrees. It's a beautiful overcast day. I turned 22 last week, and that's crazy. But what have I learned in those 22 years of my life? I guess number one is get out and explore. Explore yourself, explore the world, explore things that are outside your comfort zone, and things you maybe wouldn't think would pique your interest and show you a little bit more about who you are, because everything will kind of show you that. There is an inherent beauty that exists in every single moment that you're present in, or any moment. Even if you're not present in that moment, there just is this vast beauty that goes well beyond yourself, well beyond the little micro environment you're a part of. So everything right here, there's a beauty that extends infinitely, and the interactions that are happening in that exact moment are so substantial and so meaningful that it's easy to get totally caught up in whatever you're experiencing. But there is a peace. The moment that you have right now, you'll never be able to get back, and that's the only thing that you have in each moment moving forward. And that's probably one of the main things that it's like you don't even ever fully learn it, but you kind of start tapping into it. And I would say in the past 22 years of my life, that's something that I've grown to understand more and kind of figure out myself. And if I could say number two is that finding what you're passionate about and finding what you love is the gateway to finding yourself. And for me, it's coming out here in nature and just experiencing the connected, grounded energy that's all around me. So when I step foot out here, I just, pieces of the puzzle just click in my head. And I understand things about regular life there, you know, in regular life, because this is more so me stepping outside of that and getting a little bit of freedom. And it's weird because you could learn as much as you could through a book or, you know, being taught from someone else, but some of the greatest learning lessons just come from yourself and uncovering what's already inside you. You have everything that you need for whatever situation you're presented with already in yourself, and it's easy to go outside yourself. I guess that's number three. It's easy to think you need more and think that you're not complete as you are, but that's one of the most false statements that you could ever come up with, because how are you standing here right now in this amazing environment where everything's always changing and we're a part of it, and how could you not be complete? That's a complete contradiction of everything. It makes no sense. There are a lot of things that don't make sense. So I guess number four is that a lot of things don't make sense. So it's not really worth your while to go around living by them. It's more important to live by what you feel like is true to yourself. So that could be really the opposite of what you're taught from our society and our world. And that's good. That's an awesome thing, because that's how change happens, and that's how the world is going to progress. Wow, thumbs up. Yes. All right, number 6 for now is that the sun is amazing. Go out and get yourself sun. Number 7 then is health and wellness, and putting a lot of energy into consuming the right kind of food and being conscious of what you're eating, especially if you live in America. What I've been eating recently are lentil salads, totally raw foods, only something that you could pick from a field and then cook with water in your pot. Eat super healthy and you'll feel better. You're gonna feel more alive, and it's gonna be a cycle that keeps you going. It's all part of a certain lifestyle that you're trying to get at. Something I thought of probably about a month or two ago, and it was, this quote probably exists, but you know, the way, little sidetrack, the way that I like to live my life is the ideas, most of the ideas I have are generated just from myself and my own mind, rather than consuming some sort of other information and then coming up with an idea that's unique to whatever media I sort of filled my mind space with. It's interesting because I've been doing that for so long, and then I read an article. It about Plato or Aristotle, and that's what they did to come up with their unique ideas. They actually would just completely isolate themselves from society and almost meditate on what they're going to think of, and then that's what made it so powerful, is that the meaning of it was just deep, because it was an idea that had never been come up with before. But anyway, the quote that I came up with that probably exists is that wealth comes from richness in life, not necessarily richness in terms of guap. Everything that I'm saying, everything I said since the beginning of the video is my personal experience from my life and what I've grown to understand, and it's gonna be very different than most people, very unique. But that's something that I feel like is growing into more of an acceptance, maybe, in certain terms. There's a place for every single person on this planet, and every single person has their place to do exactly what they're meant to do. My perspective might be totally different than yours. Yours is different than mine, and we could either talk about it, disagree, agree, come forward with something, or completely go about our own things and do our own totally different thing, accepting that we have different views. And hope you got something out of this. I don't know. I mean, I decided I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna film another video. That's what this is. Came out for a trail run. I've been loving doing this recently. I've just been figuring out more of what gets me going. And if you've been following along for the channel for a while, I've always enjoyed fishing, being outside, just getting immersed in this, specifically with a fishing rod. I mean, that's been most of it. But my goal with the Skylife, when I changed the name a while ago, almost 2 years ago probably, was I want to start filming everything in my life and kind of being as open as I am, and, you know, sharing my life, my perspectives, the stuff I go out there and do, and kind of my journey of figuring this whole thing out. I mean, it's not easy. Life and its challenges have so much to offer, and it's like the more that you go through and the wider your view is, the less like this it is. You can take so much in. You can learn from so many different people. You can learn about yourself. You can really fine tune this experience to be epic. And that's what I'm after. That's what I'm doing. I hope to inspire you guys to do the same thing. I mean, things are working out amazingly. They always are. Even if it's like, oh crap, that shouldn't have happened. It's like, yeah, it probably should have, but I'm going to actually carry on my run up the trail this way. And I will catch you guys in the next episode on this new season of the Skylife. I don't know where this is going. That's kind of a heavy video. Let's go for it.